Hello, guys. Welcome back to a module number three, imbalances and institutional candles. One of my favorites because how valuable it is to know it, and once you know it, you're gonna learn how to profit off of it. And that's the two things that short and sweet get to. You understand it and rinse repeat the strategies and the process of learning it strictly on these two things. Like I said, a lot of the things that are being taught can be learned as you're earning and growing. But most things, it's kind of like school. Like you learn a lot of things, but when you apply it to the real world, you only take bits and pieces. I'm showing you the bits and pieces that equal into learning how to make money by reading a chart, and then all the other things like when was Forex founded and stuff like that. It's like you can learn that, if you mean, like on your own. Like that's not gonna affect your brain, you know, in this aspect. So yeah, let's get it. Boom. What is an institutional candle? It's an area of interest. It's an area of interest for the banks and the players in the market that have the most influence because they have the most money. Historically proven, there has been, should I say, patterns that the candlesticks make that indicate that this is an area, a significant area that is either going to have two different reactions. Either it's going to respect or not respect, disrespect, whatever, just not respect. You know what I mean? It's gonna either respect this area or it's not gonna respect it, but it's an area of interest, right? I'm gonna write these notes down. Area of interest. Now it brings me to number two, which is an imbalance, which it's an area of interest. They just look different. They look different, and they're found differently, but they're both areas of interest. This can help you take out your money in profit. This can help you take out your money when you're losing, just based off if the chart respects or doesn't respect this area of interest. Hopefully that makes sense. Get your questions ready if needed, and I'll get to it. So, what an institutional candle is a selling candle or a buying candle, a bullish candle or a bearish candle. So it'll be the last selling candle in this regards, which we're about to show you. It'll be the last selling candle before a very huge change in price. There's a bunch of institutional candles that you will find while searching, and I'll have an exercise for you guys after this so you guys can do it on your own and find it and just get really good, because that's one thing I did was little exercises after I got taught. On my own time, I went to the charts, played some music, and found institutional candles. I just found them. I went to charts like a playground. Went to the charts and just marked institutional candles all over, from high time frames to low time frames. I just marked. I just had to get in the rep of knowing what an institutional candle was, and the same pattern repeats itself. It repeats itself. So once you get to train your eye to see it ASAP, it's up. You know what I mean? And yeah, good feelings. So anyways, so let's put in this regard. This red candle before now is pushing all the way up. It started this push up, right? This is the last candle before the push up, the last red candle before the push up. So I'm gonna consider that a institutional candle right there. You know what I mean? And how do we know if it respected or disrespected or not respected? If you look right here, once this was formed, it pushed up right here, and this was an institutional candle enough to push it down and respect it after it came into this area. Disrespecting is literally what it just did after, which was just trade above it. But at the time, it traded into this area. Maybe it wasn't as strong, but it was still an area of interest. And we're on the weekly, so there could have been a lot of different things on a lower time frame that made it go down. Anyway, so you can see it go down, but since this is clearly now a respectable institutional candle, it came into this area and boom, gone. So it shows that it's a respected institutional candle and that it should be taken serious. And it's like kind of like the new checkpoint. It's kind of like this is where we're staying at. We're not going past this, so you know, that's what it tells us. But if we also see on the left hand side right here, if you see, and there's a bunch of institutional candles, it's which one is being respected, and that's usually the one that's like the starting one. There could be institutional candles within the institutional candles, right? Which you can see on this move. For example, this one right here, right? This one right here. Let's mark it weekly institutional, right? As you can see right now, this is live too, by the way. This is a live markup of Australian dollar versus CAD, AUD CAD. It comes into this area. Now it's pushing down, right? So it's clearly an area that once it's in this area, once it's in this price range and this area, period, it's making a reaction. Either it's continuing to go up or reversing back. Clearly it's reversing back, and if we have some type of prediction in our brain, we can kind of guess that there's something below, maybe not on the weekly that we see, because this last red candle before the push up, it's not clean like this. It's clean. Like the red candle is clearly below next blue candle. Same with this. This is a clean one right here. You know, it's below the next candle, and it's good, it's clean. But this right here, it's not below the blue candle, so it doesn't really indicate to me as an institutional candle. Like same with this right here, I wouldn't really take it too serious, but I would mark it, but I'll keep in my head that it's not as clean of an institutional candle. So just being aware. But at the end of the day, the market tells you everything. So even if you think it looks weird, but it wants to respect that, now you have an extra piece of information in your mind that it's like, oh, okay, I did mark this wonky little institutional candle, and apparently it respected it, because you're gonna have different moments that you can't explain, but with a certain analysis that proves itself to be right over and over, you know, it's not super random. A lot of people think it's just guessing and checking. No, you can have an idea, and I'm sharing with you why it could respect this instead of this. So hopefully that wasn't a lot of information. There's a lot of information to give in trading, and yeah. So if we go on the daily, we can see an institutional candle right here. You know what I mean? So this could be telling us that it's buying, or it's selling off just to come to this institutional candle, right? Just to buy back up. Or there could be one right here, which doesn't really seem too convincing to me, but then maybe down here. So that's institutional candles. That's how you identify them. And the biggest exercise would be to go into a chart, any chart. You can go delete this, do Forex, swipe anywhere. I did the same exact one. How funny is that? Euro CAD, right? And what you're gonna want to do, okay, so I have multi-time frame analysis on here. I have my confirmation list right here. I practice what I preach, is what I'm getting at. So you can go on anything and just look at institutional candles, buying institutional ones and selling institutional ones. And what I mean by buying and selling is, clearly you see me marking the last blue candle before the change in direction of price for selling wise. And then there's also there's ones like this, which I've seen, and this is on the weekly, so you get to see it easier on the weekly. Once you go down and down and down the time frames, you can still see it. There's just a lot more of it. It's just a lot more information. So when you're at the higher time frames, it's just easier to see institutional candles and imbalances. So this right here is an institutional candle that it came inside, and boom, price went rejected. But overall, you see it got disrespected later on. I mean, because if you put it over here, it traded above it. So that was only lasting for that little area over there. But we can always track and see what it really ended up respecting every time. You can go anywhere you want. We can go all the way over here, I can just scroll in randomly and just spot some institutional candles. You know what I mean? And if you don't see any, go on the daily and find random ones, like any. I can do this right here. And just kind of see the pattern. Kind of see the pattern. This one was crazy. This one looked like a little caterpillar with all these legs, or these wicks. I said legs. Looked like it, right? But yeah, once it came in here, boom, came down. It's not disrespecting it until after, right? But this was an institutional candle that was worth respecting. But we're in the past, or we're in the future now, or in the present, so that was short-lived. Not really short. That definitely was. It's from here to until they got disrespected. That's 83 days. So you have to remember, we're on the daily, and these are a lot of days that it's been respecting this institutional candle. So these are a lot of moves. That's 83 days worth of moves, especially if you're a scalper and you only need 30 minutes. So this is an area that, you know, was respected with this institutional. So do what you do. There's so many, right? Let's go with this one right here. I like this one right here. I'll do something like this maybe. And it's this one right here. Not the longer one right here. It's this one right here. And the reason why I like this one is because I can see that once it traded up, it came down, it came into this area, right? And then gone. See you later, right? Yeah, I'm just going to end the video here. And I'm going to teach you what an imbalance is. Like I said, the homework. Not the homework, but the extra credit, if you want to say. If you want to put that extra rep in. Go do what I'm doing and find institutional candles. That's really how you're going to grow. That's how I grew. And that's how in 3 months I was confident enough to say, wait, I know how to trade already? You know what I mean? So, yeah. Until next video, we're going to be talking about imbalances and how to find them and the importance of that. So I'll see you